day, what a day. Whew. Oh my goodness. For some reason, I was thinking it was still Wednesday. It's Thursday. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. Happy we are really, really free. Happy we know we free. How about that? How that sound? Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Y'all come on in. It's a lot. Ooh. It's just not enough, baby. I hear when it rains, it pours. I'm telling you. You say you hear do tell. It just keep coming and coming, coming and coming. It just keep coming and coming. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Okay, you just can't have no real job or no other job and do this as well. Hold on. I'm back. Can you hear me? It is a lot. And I got a couple, what is this? Okay. Couple of things I need to talk about. I cannot be, that live last night was 5 hours. 5+ hours. I meant to come back yesterday and couldn't. So listen. Oh, girl, talking about, it's just a lot going on. Just when I got back in, it's Wendy Williams' husband. Why are these people doing it? Listen, I'm gonna need some more evidence by Tyler Perry. And right now, it's a whole bunch of lawsuits going on. You know, a lot of jumping on bandwagons, male and females. Like I said last night in that 5+ hour live, oh boy, Derek, his story ain't adding up. Not when we listen to what I good Earl. Before I go now step further, really, I need to hear who Tony is. I know they say he's a talent agent, but he started out lying from what I was hearing. He started out saying he saw him at some job fair. I don't know what he said. But later on in their conversation, he started talking about Tony. Now, you know you ain't got no skills, and I'm doing this as a favor for Tony. So don't get caught up in that mess, because I will send all y'all asses. I'll write all y'all off. When I start hearing stuff like that, and, you know, Tyler Perry talking to him about when he finds somebody, you know, ain't nothing wrong with you, you know, stop being hard on yourself, you getting your body together, you know, and when you find that right one, you'll be great. That does not sound like he coming on to him. That does not sound like that. But anyway, that's not this live, it's the next one. So I'm hearing Diddy maybe trying to make contact with his crew. You know how he do. He don't typically do his own dirty work. He send his minions to do it. So he can say, it wasn't me. Trouble, it wasn't me. Did I just shy by y'all? Trouble. So that's how he do. So, you know, I don't know what's going on with this new juror number 7. But there's a good chance that 7 is out. And even Judge Mathis, who is pro-Diddy, saying 7 got to go. He's saying all of y'all homies who partook and your name ain't been called just yet. Don't let Kanye be the only one. He needs y'all support. Or he gonna tell on y'all. He ain't say all this now. He ain't say all this. Some of this is AunTeaFee app living. Adding her own 2 and 3 cents to it. Because, you know, that's how I took it. Since old Derek Dixon, you know, want to misconstrue what somebody could possibly be saying to him, hell, why I can't do it? Why I can't put my spin on it and say, well, hell, that mean to me. That mean to me that he's saying on the cool. I know some people who know some people. And y'all better get over there and support that man. Show him some support. Show him that you care before you start dropping names. Now, I've been having this live set up and ready for about 4 hours, but I was busy. I was working. I had some things I had to do. But since then, word on the street, if somebody else done got hit with another lawsuit. Wendy Williams' husband fraudulently trying to sue for 200. Hell, is it 260 million too? Is that the going rate now of these fraudulent ass lawsuits to put out there in the atmosphere so everybody can talk about it and, you know, cause some form of shame so people will at least settle? Is that what's going on? Because that's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling. But Wendy Williams, hell, didn't he beat her out of her money before? Allegedly. That's what I I mean, since we writing scripts, since we writing them, right? We trying to get a pilot. Hell, let me write one. Ooh, let me write one. Ooh, Jesus. Ooh, baby. Let me write one. Give me 260 mil. What? So yeah, that's what's going that's what's going on right now. I'm like, God dang. Then I had something else I need to talk about, and there's 2 other things I hadn't created a thumbnail for, but hell, I wanna bring that too. And I can't even tell y'all ahead of time because somebody that's in my bushes who don't want to hit the like button, who won't ever send a super chat or a super sticker or a cash app, waiting to hear what AunTeaFee go say. So hell, I can go run with it and go behind the scenes and go live and say the very exact thing because I wrote her word for word. AunTeaFee, huh? Did you just call somebody out? Did you call them out on purpose, AunTeaFee? So I can't even tell y'all some more tea that I got. Hell, because if I mention it now, before I get it out, somebody else will be talking about it and will take credit for it. And then they subscribers will be saying, ooh, you are just so smart. Y'all didn't know that's what was going on. Them the games that they be playing. And then when I be in they bushes, I be like, didn't I say that exact same thing? When have they ever said that? You one of the biggest in it. Thank you, Willie. Thank you. And then I was listening, y'all move to Dolph, because you know I am always Dolph. Now, if I'm going to keep it real, I'm Dolph first. I'm Mode 3, but as far as blogging or giving my opinion, when I used to give it to other content creators who wouldn't give me credit. They ain't figured that out yet. All you have to do is just say shout out to AunTeaFee, like I do Tisa, like I do whoever I'm listening to. You know, they can't do that, boo. They don't want to say my name. Why they in competition with me? I don't know, cause I'm the old lady. Why are y'all in competition with the old lady? Yeah, cause you ain't got no damn wisdom. Hi, Matthew. But anyway, let me get on past that little rant. But I can't tell y'all. I'm just saying it's not enough time in the day. You know what I'm saying? And then, but anyway, it's some tea out there, y'all. It's some tea. Diddy ass is in trouble. Now I'm hearing I go through the same thing. Okay? I understand. I understand. Y'all hit the like button. It's almost 50 people in here, and right now I only have 7 likes. So, come on. Yeah, go ahead and just drop if you can't hit the like button, baby. Go ahead and drop. AunTeaFee don't feel good. Can y'all hear it in my throat? I guess I laughed at Angela Simmons too much. But about Dolph. I was listening to Oh Boy last night. Hi, Jamal. And he mentioned that there is a twist with Quet. And I said to myself, okay. I'm sure I done tapped on it some shape, form, or fashion, but okay. I don't claim to know it all. I don't claim to know it all. But he said that there is a twist during their private investigation, their PI. And he started mentioning to the mastermind trying to tap into the New Dallas with got him. Nim. And he mentioned STRAIGHTDROP. Now, I know y'all know a long time ago I talked about STRAIGHTDROP. When he went on the run, he came to Dallas. He was in Dallas. He hooked up with a little, can I call her Cassie? Cassie-like chick. And she was on Oh Boy platform. Oh, baby, when I tell you it's all full circle. Now, I hear a lot of people say that now, and I know we know T-Sippers, they got that shit from me. Because wasn't none of them saying that. They said I ain't know what I was talking about. They said it wasn't no connection. Y'all remember that? Well, what that got to do with Dolph? What does that got to do with Dolph? What that got to do with Dolph? And what I would say, it's all full circle, baby. You may not see it. Sorry, you slow. You slow to the facts. Y'all remember that? T-Sippers, do y'all remember that? Come on in and hit the like button. Anyway, so when he started making mention of, oh boy, the mastermind, possibly tied or trying to chime in on or come in on or rub elbows on the New Dallas, you know. I said, because I told y'all the heat's been on since Gotti Forum came in working with Zillionaire Doe, went to Dallas, marked that territory, let the feds know where the, what they say, cocaína is. Coco Loco? Cohina? I don't know how they do it, y'all, but I'm just, you know, is on Malcolm X, another grifter. I don't know what you're trying to say, Dean Patterson. So I'm gonna remove your comment and you write it plain so I know exactly what you're trying to say. And don't slick say it, just in case you're trying to talk about me. So say it outright, or I'm going to get you up out of here real quick, fast, in a hurry. So I'm going to remove your remark. Say it again. Yeah. Say it again. Hold on. Say it again while you coming in here. Ooh, baby, when I be about to get on that, get on that. Matthew Foster, put that on a super chat or a super sticker. And I'll be more than happy to answer that for you. I'm going to remove that comment, that question, until you put that on a super chat or a super sticker. Okay? Can you do that for me? Since you want my opinion, put that question on a super chat or a super sticker. Support the platform to get my opinion, my facts, my research. Okay? Or you can go and watch that 5.5 hour upload I did last night. How about that? Stop trying to get in free. What in the world? Oof. Anyway, anyway. So, I said, oh, okay. I can't wait to see what this bombshell gonna be. Thank you, Matthew. I greatly appreciate it. Because I definitely got an opinion. I definitely got an opinion. But anyway, getting back on over here to the Young Dolph situation. So he said that there is a whole twist, right? And that old boy was trying to get in on the new Dallas movement. Where Memphis, they done jammed up Tatum Boyd, the AOB, got them all locked up, you know. Then was AOB was Big Juke's hitters. He gone, they gone, just like that. He gone, they gone, just like that. So I saw another old guy talking about YOGOTTI made a post saying, taking care of my family is gangster. Yeah, because, see, you didn't want to snitch. Y'all remember me talking about this, Willie Spencer? You know, he didn't want to have to snitch. But old Robin Chanel told him thank you before he went to Dallas. Marked that territory with that Cocohino music. Stamped it on Malcolm X and let them feds know, because I said just as good as day that day. Oh, he marking territory. He letting them know where it's at. And ever since then, they asses have been hit. They got hit twice in 1 week. And then the following, they keep getting hit. Y'all remember that? So for old boy to say that the mastermind is trying to chime in to the new Dallas, well, hell, didn't I point out in that video, or that night that they was doing that video, that Lil Flip was there? Y'all remember that? So when I saw that last night, I said, ooh, because he made mention of STRAIGHTDROP. And I said, yeah, because when he went on the run, he went to Dallas, hooked up with that chick. And only how we knew that is because old boy interviewed her. The old boy who is business partners or business something with Raven. Fatso Raven. I said, okay. Okay. And he rubbed elbows. He used to be Clover G as well. I said, oh, look at this picture. Ain't them dots connected? Thank you, Godson 718. Thank you, Max. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't wait till I get back on point so I can bless you the way you've been blessing me. I so greatly appreciate it. But y'all remember that? And I tried to get y'all. I said, baby, He came in and brought them feds with him when he came to Texas. Hey, boss lady, pretty girl. Pretty girl. Hey, boss lady, how's Scott? Wendy got, can't get a break. Yeah, I'm talking about her too. It's a lot going on, y'all. I can't feed. They just gifts. I know, Precious. You know how I am. You know how I am. Stop it. I know. I appreciate it, though. Hey, Bethel. Hey, boss. You on point. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to roll. I'm trying to eat, y'all. I'm trying to feed. You hear me, boss lady, pretty girl? I'm trying to feed, baby, because how long have I been telling these people that? It just kills me that they want to take all this damn credit and won't give me none. You know what I mean? Hell, you can send a super chat, super sticker, and I won't even have to know it's you. Just stop acting like AunTeaFee ain't said, because you know I'll pull my archives on that ass in a minute, baby. Fifth, to get them in. Thank you, Max. So, okay, let me eat. Let me feed y'all. Okay. So, I ain't surprised at none of this because I don't make mention to it. And so then I'm saying, okay, and then Straight Drop left Dallas because he had to report in Harris County in Houston. That's when he met up with a lot of cash Desto, the mastermind's daughter. He let, cause she used to fund Trula. I know they thought that I had forgot everything since I've been on Diddy for so long. Baby, boom, no. Boom. That's why he don't like when people say they hit on his daughter didn't have nothing to do with Dolph. Okay. That's because a lot of people don't know she tied. She was Trula. She Trula. She funded them. Just like, what's his name? Fadjuk funded AOB. That got all locked up once he was taken out. And our boy CEO Jizzle with his little, I'm so stood over Tatum Board to let them know I just infiltrated your shit, nigga. Okay? Pause. Okay. So then he moved it everywhere Big Juke was operating. Here come YOGOTTI. So when he's saying he is gangster, what he doing, snitching, trying to get deals and shit, because July 28th is coming, he doing it for his family, his mama, his sister, his nieces, his nephews, his kids. Which, although he wasn't into Angela, he had to stop the front with her, because also he don't want to get her involved. Hell, she don't want to put shit in her name. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. She found out the hard way. Anyway, pause. Okay. So, old boy, the mastermind, definitely trying to get in on the new Dallas, especially with YOGOTTI running it, right? Or trying to take over. You know, he done set up shop downtown by the arena. So, before I move on, now, y'all do know in them raids, right? Off of MLK. No, bye, Bobby. No, baby, I'm going to get as close as I want. You going to get your ass up out of here real quick, fast, and hurry. Try again another day. Y'all say bye to Bobby. Watch your mouth. Zip your lips. Sit back and enjoy the show. I don't care how close I get. If you don't like it, leave. Okay? Bye. Okay, okay, but I ain't through with Dallas, Memphis, New York, because y'all remember one of them girls. Oh, hold on. I done tied you to with Lil Flip, the mastermind, a lot of cash desto, Straight Drop. Old boy said you gonna be surprised on what they caught or what they got on surveillance or whatever they got on, however they got it. Straight drop in Dallas. Guess what? Guess what? When God had marked that territory on Malcolm X, and they did all them big raids, especially the second time, and that's when they found that hit list. They got all the GUNS, some of them defaced, some of them assault, all of that, all of that. Okay, DRUGS, alligator, and then they got signs of evidence of a hit list. And then shortly after that, Yellow Beezy got picked up. We rolling? We eating? Are we eating? Okay, hold that thought. And once Yellow Beezy got picked up, and then they started, what's his name? Keyone White was talking about he going home, and then all of a sudden Brown or DRC, is it GRC? Yeah, all of these affiliates started arrest warrants and shit, being a part of the murder for hire for Mo3. Right? Jesus, all questions go on a super chat or super sticker. Please don't put any questions on what I think about nothing without putting it on a super chat or super sticker. If you want my wisdom and my advice, you need to put it on a super chat, super sticker. No more free. Don't ask me nothing unless you support my platform. Okay? Okay, so let me go on, because every time I see it, I'm going to remove it. Okay, thank you. Okay, support the platform. It's those three dots. You hit funding or support, whatever up there, and support the platform. Okay, so even with that, what is Straight Drop's last name? What was somebody who just came out of the blue when they started saying, who gave up Boss Man? Boss Man. We started hearing the Boss Man. Everybody was saying that they thought it was Errol Spence. When Mo3 said, you know, now y'all coming like that, I want the Boss Man. And, you know I was thinking Errol. Hell, I'm thinking even Houston. Higher up in Houston. Okay. So then they said, Rainwater said that the Boss Man was that last guy that they added to the list of the co-conspirators in the murder for hire for Mo3 was a guy named JJ. Now, it was two JJs that operated out of South Dallas, or the Cliffs. One was more the Cliffs. One was more the South Dallas. But the GRC guy, last name was what? What's his last name? What's JJ last name? Is it Johnson? Is it Johnson? Do anybody know what JJ last name is? Before it's over, we're gonna double check and see if his last name is Johnson. What is Straight Drop last name? Y'all remember when Sheila, all questions go on a super chat, super sticker. Do I need to put that in the comments? I'm removing all questions. All questions to me, my opinion, my facts, my wisdom needs to be put on a super chat or super sticker, please, so that I won't have to stop. I thought I had it. Put them on a super chat, super sticker. So do y'all remember that girl? One of the girls that used to dance was SA. She was in the In Circle in the white party freak offs with Diddy. And she said that she knows for a fact that Yellow Beezy and Diddy have a old house that traffic females and minors in the cliffs. Y'all remember me telling y'all that? Connect the dots, baby. So when I heard that old boy say it's the bombshell, it's gonna be somebody you least expect. I said all that to say it's all full circle. I done already threw majority of that out. So if it ties anyway into Jay-Z, Diddy, the higher ups in Houston, don't be surprised. And they say that YOGOTTI posted today and said, doing it for my family is what's gangster. Now, he ain't always said that, but he's saying it now. And old boy thinking he's saying it because he having to come to Jesus me in his mind. I think he's having a prison itch because July 28th is right around the corner. Alvaro, please do the translation in English so that I know what you're saying. You can be saying something in Spanish that do your translation. Hi, everybody coming in. Do it for English. Because every time I'm going deep off into them facts, baby, y'all start coming over here playing, and I gotta protect that. Questions on Super Chat, Super Stickers. Hit translate to English. Thank you very much. So yeah, old boy said it. It registered. I'm thinking about one of them guys that is tied to the Mo3, who we didn't know. You talking about bomb? It's like who is JJ? Although it's two, but one of them last name Johnson. So for him to say Straight Drop had them ties, and there are pictures or a video or some form of evidence with Straight Drop, and we ain't gonna believe it. Oh yeah, I believe it, because they found a Urda for hire list at JJ's property. Y'all remember that? I said murder for hire. Murder for hire. Wait, what? Yeah. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned. And so now I'm hearing old girl said that old fat boy, Fat Joe, got hit with a Rico. I said, Lord. Lord, you lying to me? Y'all get my likes up. I'm feeding y'all, baby, today. The tea is hot. The tea is hot. Get the double tap the screen. Double tap the screen. So yeah, they just said, word on the street, Fat Joe just got hit with a lawsuit. Y'all want to hear it? Let's go.
Had my husband take a photo for me and show me.
There's a lot going on. And then, oh boy, husband. Oh,
Wendy Williams' husband
this she removed. She may have removed it.
$260 million lawsuit, claiming that Wendy is.
Oh my God, you guys, come in, sit down, and shut the door. Fat Joe has just been accused of Diddy-like crimes, and baby, this one is a doozy. What is going on? Remember we said that Diddy was going to set the level, and if the prosecution put him away, there's going to be.
Now I said, Judge Joe Brown, Judge Mathis said, y'all better go and support Diddy, cause Diddy could drop a dime on a lot of y'all. He dropped a dime on you. No. He dropped a dime on you. His mule coming in tomorrow. He getting on that stand. He gonna tell a whole bunch of stuff. Y'all remember he didn't even know that what's his name? Paul was there being sworn in because he was going over some paperwork to double check. Oh yeah, shit just got hot. Oh, shit just got real. Hey Teron. Names is dropping. Suge Knight said, you need to take everybody with you. Ain't that what he said? He said, I ain't saying Diddy didn't do it. All I'm saying is he ain't the only one. He ain't the first one doing that shiesty shit. Ain't that what he said? Boosie said, they gonna get us on the back end, man. Y'all can't see it. Y'all missing it. They done changed the shit up on us. I try to tell y'all. They saw Rico. They saw Rico. They Karen. They tried to play dumb. But they saw Rico. His shit, what they getting him on, hell, everybody in the rap industry done did this shit. Shit, that's just a female being an O. What about the male hookers that y'all be paying to come to these parties and shit? What about them? Stop trying to put the hoism just on females. What about the male ones? Cause truth be told, in his case, the male ones is was sealing the deal for him. And then folks talking about he didn't pay him, they did. Oh shit, no. He done paid a couple of them. AunTeaFee, how you know? You just said cause it came out of the male hooker's mouth. He been doing meet and greets and shit. All impressed with him. Pull that thing out. Let me see. Let me see. Oh yeah, shit, you hired. Here you go. That's impressive. That's impressive. I don't know what you're trying to mean, Klondike, but I don't like what you're saying. We don't troll over here. I don't know. Say that different. It's too many trolls over here trying to get me off point. Because the tea is hot. Get my likes up. I ain't playing with y'all. Not today. It's hot outside. I'm rushing home for y'all to feed y'all. Diddy need to come out and say, no, Diddy need to tell on whoever else that's actively was doing these things with him. Diddy need to tell how he was a quote unquote at more than one place at the same time when they don't already testified, his assistant already testified that he put Frank Black and Frank White have hotels and stuff set up here, there, and everywhere because he set up these freakouts for his other celebrity friends. So yes, he can appear to be at more than one place at one time, at more than one hotel, since he's setting them up for his friends who don't want it in their name. He getting paid on the back end. But let's go back to the back end since Boosie said it. Boosie. Boo, badass Boosie. Diddy want to end up like Epstein. I don't want it. I ain't getting no pleasure out of none of what he did. I ain't sick in my head. So don't try to put that on me. There you go. You moving the goalposts. I think you a Diddy fan. I think you a Diddy boy. Pressure? I want him to end up like Epstein. Like, now it's my fault. Now it's my fault, Pressure. Just when I be thinking that you be having some integrity, you turn around and put some shit on me. Let's listen. Y'all might get my likes up. We not doing this, baby. Get the likes up. Double tap the screen. If you want to punch your phone, since you're mad at me, you can do whatever you want to. He going to prison for a whole bunch of things. That's why Judge Mathis on the cool trying to tell him, y'all better get over there and help him, support him, baby, because you know, they moving black jurors, whoever he done paid. You know, 7 is on their way out. Even Judge Mathis said 7 got to go. Now, they know people compromise. I mean, and talk when they ain't supposed to. But again, it's not a problem. You can't tell when you part of a billionaire boy club. Oh, okay. Stop trying to be in the billionaire boy club. Okay. Oh yeah, it just keeps getting worse and worse for Diddy. What I call him, Dirty Dog Diddy. And now Fat Joe. Who next? Hell, we was saying Kanye. They say Fat Joe got hit.
Other people to fall. Baby, I got you guys. Come in, sit down, and shut the door.
Shut the door.
Joe has just been accused of Diddy-like crimes, and baby, this one is a doozy. What is going on? Remember we said that Diddy was going to set the level, and if the prosecution can put him away, there's going to be so many other people to fall.
Can y'all hear what y'all good here?
On the roster is Fat Joe, Terror Squad. Yo, let me run this down really quick for you because this breakdown is
Come watch this. Watch what you say. Zip your lips.
Listen,
don't put nothing crazy in my.
I have to take notes. There's so much. Let me run it down, then we're gonna go
in my
live
chat.
And read the lawsuit. The main laws at play: RICO. They're trying to get him on a RICO Act. TVPA.
I thought y'all said that's not RICO. That ain't RICO. That ain't RICO. Y'all better do y'all research. Y'all better start doing y'all research. Everything that y'all think ain't RICO, it's RICO. That's what Boosie was trying to tell y'all when he was mad, being a badass, and said, y'all don't see, that ain't. Hi everybody coming in. Y'all don't see, that ain't, he ain't done nothing wrong. Hell, that's just a O being a O. Klondike, stop repeating the same stuff over and over. Stop spamming my chat before I remove you. Stop. Support my platform. Instead of trying to bring attention to yourself. Stop. That's called stealing to me. Stop. That's it for you. Okay. So he tried to tell y'all, I tried to tell y'all before Boosie did. Boosie just get mad because he know them Boosie bad. Them Boosie birthday bashes is the target. He already know. So all of them were them people coming in and them freaks are freaky and in it everything go and you slip them a Mickey and shit. Yeah. It could be the entire industry. And maybe that's the shakedown. Y'all get my likes up so I can move forward. Because at a certain point, I'm just going to shut down. I'm going to tell you that now. Period. Because I got another one coming. It's a whole bunch of shit going on today. Double tap my screen. Get the likes up.
Trafficking Victims Protection Act. Federal Joe.
That ain't no RICO.
Come in, sit down, and shut the door. Fat Joe has just been accused of Diddy-like crimes, and baby, this one is a doozy.
A dude.
What is going on? Remember
You
we
mean?
said that
Oh, don't let it be no dude coming after Fat Joe. Since y'all only think it's them O's, them females. So y'all the male escorts, hookers, y'all don't classify them as O's. Garden O's. Just the females. Just the ones with cats. Not the one with the big old hot dog, jumbo hot dogs and shit. Oversized. What? Yeah.
he was going to set the level, and if the prosecution can put him away, there's going to be so many other people to fall. Baby, next up on the roster is Fat Joe, Terror Squad. Yo, let me run this down really quick for you.
On the runway.
This breakdown is
Fat Joe.
ridiculous.
He ain't fat
listen,
no more.
Here's everything that's in play.
Slender
I have to take
Joe.
notes, there's so much. Let me run it down, then we're gonna go on live and read the
He's
lawsuit.
he's on the
The
runway.
main laws at play: RICO. They are trying to get him on a RICO Act. TVPA, Trafficking Victims Protection Act. Federal wire and mail fraud, and unjust enrichment, fraud,
Mail
intentional
fraud.
infliction of emotional distress. Baby, let's get into this, all right?
Ooh, let's go.
So the plaintiff
Shout out
is
to
Terrence
Tisa.
Dixon. Again, we're going to go in deeper, but we got to talk about this.
Let's go.
The plaintiff is Terrence Dixon. He served as Fat
Terrence.
Joe's hype man, writer, vocalist, tour manager, and bodyguard from
The hype guy.
2005 to 2022. He claims he was never properly credited or paid, despite contributing
Neck
to
bones,
multiple
cabbage,
hits
and baked mac
international
and
tours.
cheese.
And when I said that, I said, okay, so this sounds like standard fodder. And I've been hearing whispers about what was going on in Terror Squad. But get this, he also alleges psychological abuse, financial theft,
Thank
sexual
you.
coercion, and violent intimidation. Who
Hi-
are the
so,
defendants? all
this
right?
is a guy,
They're
so
saying
what is
Fat
the
Joe,
actual-
Joseph Cartagena
Triple X, hold on.
is the ringleader.
Big
Pistol
Joe,
Pete
you was throwing that meat
to
around to
psychological
another guy?
abuse, financial theft, sexual coercion, and so
Sexual
this sounds like
is triple
standard
X.
fodder. And I've been hearing whispers about what was going on in Terror Squad. But get this, he also alleges psychological abuse, financial theft, sexual coercion, and violent intimidation.
Run, Joe, run.
Who are the defendants? All right, they're saying Fat Joe, Joseph Cartagena is the ringleader.
What boss lady? Hold on. Boss lady is my girl. What boss lady say? You feed? No, boss lady good. She just said I'm feeding y'all. She telling you what the course is. Unless she says that no. She just saying I'm feeding y'all. I'm putting some meat and potatoes, baby, with the tea. That's all she's saying. Let me see. Boss lady cool. She been here. She was here before. Boss lady, let them know that you true to it.
Fraud, intentional
No
infliction of
victims.
emotional distress. Baby, let's get into this, all right? So the plaintiff is Terrence Dixon. Again, we're going to go in deeper, but we got to talk about this. The plaintiff is
Pressure. I don't care about nobody but my culture. If y'all don't want to get hemmed up, caught up, don't do the crime. If your ass can't do that fair time. Now, my mama said, if you're going to break the law, do that. Do the Fed law, break that law, because that's cupcakes. Do what the white do instead of going to, So if you don't want to do that, crime, time, don't do the crime. I don't care nothing about pay attention. Don't do it. Let me tell you what it's called. Do you want me to keep it real for you, pressure? You welcome, boss lady. I know who my people is. Since we popping our collar, boss lady, that one right there, she done send cash apps before. So what that mean? What that mean? Right. What that mean? Thank you, boss lady. Yeah, now I know who she is. Trust me. She been here for a while. She go way back. I've been here since day one. I didn't know if it was quite day one, but I knew that you had been around for a while. So yeah. So I had to fix that. Like what I say? Oh wait. What she say? What? You welcome, Precious. No, thank you. So Pressure. Let me get back to Pressure. No, I stopped doing bogus shit a long time ago. I stopped doing bogus shit. It's no baby. You long time ago. Cause people, what's happening right now? Folk can get real brand new on you. When them federal people come knocking at your door. And then you start hearing that, oh, it's just, I can't, I got, go world. They ain't call me. What? All questions are asking for my opinion has to go on a super chat or super stickers. Don't ask me no questions for my opinion. Put it on a super chat or super sticker. Thank you. Okay. So now, Pressure. Now, I ain't gonna act like I ain't never. That's why I recognize what I recognize. That's how I know what I know. Okay? Let's be clear. But these people, what did Chris Brown say a long time ago? These O's ain't loyal. They ain't loyal, baby. They ain't loyal. And they will give you up while you stand true. And they'll be done took a deal. And your ass still trying to protect them. Oh, no. Ooh, no, them days is over. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Scooter came in my life and changed my perspective. Slowed me down. And that's why when people talking about they love their kids, but you can't stop doing that dirty, crooked shit, know about that. Because I know I didn't want him to ever, didn't ever want to have to explain to him why he can't see me and what done happened and what I did to take me away from him. So God just allowed things that happen for me to realize that there's something that I love more than, I don't want to say than I love myself, but loved enough that I would say, I cannot do that. Hey, I cannot do that. And things changed in my life. So when I hear people say, I love my kids, you don't love them enough that you don't mind being separated from them. If you are okay with taking a chance on being separated from your kids, you don't love them enough. Now you may could have got me before Scooter came along. You may could have, you know. But baby, once that came, and you know a boy's love is a whole different type of love, baby. So I had to change because I just did not want to be a disappointment to that kid. That kid loves me. So no, it ain't everybody. It ain't me. But I recognize it though. I mean, I know some tricks. I know some tricks. So that's just all I'm saying. So I think that, so for him, when he was doing all that crazy, stupid shit, and he going to the girls, talking about, you trying to take me away from my kids. No. when you did what you did, when you went out there, because you have an addiction, you're a nymphomaniac, and you have a hidden addiction on DICK addictions, big hot dogs. That is what is pulling you away from your kids. Giving them PILLS to make them go and do things that they normally would not do, and you be able to take control of their bodies is what's taking you away from your kids. So now, even Joe, even that stupid question has to go on a super chat or super sticker. Do not ask me not a question if you don't put it on a super chat or super sticker. Period. So that's where I'm at with that. We got to start doing things different. And I'm a firm believer that if I have to change how I feel and what I do and make kids a priority to change the direction of my mindset, to realize that there are somebody on this earth that is important, then stop. It's nobody's fault but his. And love your kids enough to stop. He didn't love his kids enough to stop. If I love enough to stop, you gonna have to love enough to stop. And that's just how I feel. And I may be wrong. If I had to see myself a wretch undone and desire to do things better, the right way, ask God to renew my mind, my way of thinking, then I feel like if I can do it, everybody else can too. That's how I feel. What makes you think you special? I had to see myself ratchet, trifling, conniving, manipulative, sneaky. If I had to have a come to Jesus meeting, who are you? Yeah. To thy own self be true. And it was absolutely rewarding. Absolutely rewarding to know that I sacrificed that I desired to change my ways for someone other than me. I was no longer self-centered, selfish, because something else mattered more than me. And this is how I look at it. And my heart desire is that a lot of us look at our kids and say, Lord, what's going to happen to them if I'm gone and locked up? How am I going to protect them? It's an ugly world out there. They got these kids doing a whole bunch of. How am I going to protect them? When that shit went down in Fort Worth, would give money to Lil Ronnie and Scooter little friend live in Fort Worth, I said, oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. And you know, once they start once they in it, you trying to keep them out of Fort Worth. And I'm like, oh, Lord, oh, Lord, oh, Lord. And wasn't shit. Guess what he told me? Oh, I'm going to pray about it. I said, oh, he ucking. Protect yourself. Oh yeah, he put the Lord on me, y'all. I'm finna go forward. He put the Lord on me. He said, God don't, I thought you said God don't give us a spirit of fear. Did he just put the Lord on me? You are so absolutely right. Eli, you're so right. So when he put the Lord on me, while I was up here panicking like, oh, but the streets is hot. It just went down. Spring break. They came home for spring break. I was like, oh, do she stay out for 820? What? You know, here I go. Loving somebody. Yeah. So my point is, it ain't nobody's fault. Ain't nobody's fault but these people who did it. And for us who have a chance to change it for our kids, instead of trying to say, you trying to take me from my kid. No, motherfucker. You took yourself from your kids. And I suggest that if you want to make a deal so that you won't have to spend the rest of your life, you better start dropping names. And that may be what just happened. Let's go. Is him and Fat Joe cool?
What is going on? Remember we said that Diddy was going to set the level, and if the prosecution put him away, there's going to be so many other people to fall.
You right, Karen.
Maybe next up on the roster is Fat Joe, Terror Squad. Yo, let me run this down really quick for you because
on the
this
runway.
breakdown is ridiculous.
Next on the runway.
Here's everything that's in play. I had to take notes. There's so much. Let me run it down.
Right,
we're going to go live and read the lawsuit. The main laws at play, RICO. They're trying to get him on a RICO Act.
And grown ain't 18.
Trafficking Victims Protection Act.
Trafficking.
Federal wire and mail fraud and unjust enrichment.
So he got one that Diddy didn't have. He didn't have a wire fraud.
Fraud, intentional infliction of emotional distress. Baby, let's get into this, all right? So the plaintiff is Terrace Dixon. Again, we're going to go in deeper, but we got to talk about this. The plaintiff is Terrace Dixon.
I am so sorry, Karen. I am so sorry. Condolences to you. Condolences to you.
He served as Fat Joe's hype man, writer, vocalist, tour manager, and bodyguard from 2005 to 2022. He claims he was never properly credited or paid, despite contributing to multiple hits and international tours. And when I said that, I said, okay, so this sounds like standard fodder. And I've been hearing whispers about what was going on in Terror Squad. But get this, he also alleges psychological abuse, financial theft, sexual coercion, and violent intimidation.
So was he putting that wing
Who are
on
the defendants? All right, they're saying Fat Joe, Joseph Cartagena is the ringleader. Pistol Pete Torres is the muscle and enforcer.
We know Pistol Pete. Pistol Pete was on one of them hip hops, wasn't he? Pistol Pete. Why do I recognize a Pistol Pete? You're welcome.
Richard Josperetti is a business manager and internal enforcer. And Erica, there's Erica Moriera, is a fake lawyer who set up the shell companies for laundering money. Oh my God.
Laundering.
Get this. And Sneaker Addict Touring LLC and Slate Incorporated, the corporate front for fraud. They also got Rock Nation in here. But they're saying Rock Nation just benefited.
Rock Nation. Rock Nation. Who is Rock Nation, y'all? Who's it? Big Pressure. Who is Rock Nation? Precious, did we have a bet? Pressure, did we have a bet? Y'all, Just when y'all heard that, y'all should have been double tapping my screen. My likes should have went up. Fee, this don't have nothing to do with Jay-Z. What's his name? Buddha. What's that other name? What's that other nickname he go by? Didn't I say it, Boss Lady?
From the touring or whatnot. The main Rico
Mustafa. What's that other name he go by? Hoarder. Hover.
I mean, I said that. I said,
Thank
okay,
you.
so this sounds like standard fodder. And I've been hearing whispers about what was going on in Terror Squad. But get this.
That's why they be
alleged
hating on me.
psychological abuse, financial theft, sexual coercion, and violent intimidation. Who are the defendants? All right? They're saying Fat Joe, Joseph Cartagena is the ringleader. Pistol Pete Torres is the muscle and enforcer. Richard Josperetti is a business manager and internal enforcer. And Erica, there's Erica Moriera, is a fake lawyer who set up the shell companies for laundering money. Oh my God.
For laundering.
And get this. And Sneaker Addict Touring LLC and Slate Incorporated, the corporate fronts for fraud. They also got Rock Nation in here, but they're saying Rock Nation just benefited from the touring or whatnot. The main Rico is.
Hold up. Y'all remember in the Dolph, old boy was saying that he was tying them, that money, them donations to the DA, Milroy, was coming from Rock Nation, Jay-Z. What's that? He got he has a KK. I can't think of her name, but I think they fell out here recently. The trial is more like, but it's just one big old, again, it's been going on. Make no mistake about it. The white parties used to be called a casting couch. Okay? It's been going on. It's been going on. Do I think Epstein took his own, did that to, maybe not. It was bigger than him. He had a whole bunch of people's names on their list. A whole bunch of them.
Fat Joe. Okay, so here's the allegations. Unpaid labor and song theft. So Terrence claims that he co-wrote and performed 20 or more songs, We All the Way Up, Congratulations, Ice Cream, etc. He was allegedly promised 15% of all earnings and credit, but he received nothing.
I don't care about no missing footage.
Got ghost contracts and forged split sheets were submitted to.
Who said they got missing footage? They got way more footage than we know anything about. They got footage that they haven't even brought out, because it's going to be used in different states. So Danger Bear, shh. You just trolling. You ain't done no research. You just been hearing there and everywhere. You repeating something you done heard, but you ain't done no research on your own. So shh. And please don't put no more comments down there, because I will remove it. You ain't gonna mislead nobody over here. I don't care who you work for. So let me go ahead and remove that, because ain't no missing damn footage. Hell, they just ain't presented it yet. Dumbass.
BMI, ASCAP, cutting him out. I think that's the record, people. Hold on, y'all. I know we're starting slow, but it's about to get crazy. Money laundering and tax fraud. Fat Joe allegedly collected hundreds and thousands in cash.
Don't ask me no questions. Put it on a super sticker.
He used fake W-2s to inflate Terrence's income on IRS records to hide wage theft. The
Don't
sneaker
ask
store up
all
NYC
questions,
operated-
simple or not.
He was allegedly promised
Go on
15%
a
of
super
all
chat or super sticker. If not, I'm going to remove it because I don't want nobody in the comments to answer it for you. You come through me. Support my platform. If you want my opinion or if you want my facts or my wisdom, period. Y'all don't support me, I'm not going to play with y'all. I'm not going to give y'all the tea for free like that. You're going to get what I give you if you want something more so you can run over there somewhere. Hi, Gravedigger, 813. Yeah, then you support the platform. It's just that simple. New rules. I'm the new sheriff.
Erica Moriera is a fake lawyer who set up the shell companies for laundering
Game
money.
over. You ain't never lying. I'm saved by grace.
And get this, and Sneaker Addict Touring LLC and Slate Incorporated, the corporate fronts for fraud. They also got Rock Nation in here.
Mark, you can you not hear? Don't ask no questions.
Whatnot. The main RICO.
Put it on super chat or super sticker.
Okay, so here's the allegations: unpaid labor and song theft. So Terrence claims that he co-wrote and performed 20 or more songs. We all the way up. Congratulations, ice cream, etc. He was allegedly promised 15% of all earnings and credit, but he received nothing. Instead, he got ghost contracts and forged split sheets were submitted to BMI ASCAP, cutting him out. I think that's the record, people. Hold on, y'all. I know we're starting slow, but it's about to get crazy. Money laundering and tax fraud. Fat Joe allegedly collected hundreds and thousands in cash and didn't report it. He used fake W-2s to inflate Terrence's income on IRS records to hide wage theft. The sneaker store up NYC operated as a front with employees flaunting luxury despite low official salaries.
Your mama on the list.
Filed for fraudulent PPP loans.
PPP.
Addict touring.
Ooh, y'all know I don't wore y'all out about them fake ass PPP loans, didn't I? And before you said pressure, everybody got one. No, no, no. Baby. I saw the trick all up in that. I saw that play. I don't care about who, what, you know, good and damn well, or you added people that you didn't have. 85% of the people who applied for them PPP loans did not have a business, did not already have a staff that they could not pay. So you didn't apply for one? Good. I'm glad you didn't. I am so glad you didn't, Pressure. Because a whole bunch of people started a business. It says payroll protection. That means you should already have a business, not start one. It was not an opportunity to start a business. It was not an opportunity. Oh, I qualify. Hell, I could have did the same thing everybody else did and lied. Probably the way you did. Lied and inflated. Oh, I have every opportunity to get one. Thank you, the Mr. 300ZX. So don't come in here trying to be mad at me because your ass got one fraudulently. Ben Miller. Just the mere fact that you said that. 90% of the ones who got it didn't qualify. They lied. They committed fraud. And I hope they come get your ass. Yeah, you would have, because you lying now. You trying to tell me what I wouldn't have qualified for. The hell is wrong with you? Get out of here. I don't even want you over here. Come back another day and learn who you talking to. Bye. You can't type over here no more. Yes, indeed. Don't tell me what I can't qualify for. Who the fuck you think you talking to? Ooh, I almost said something. But PPP, y'all. I did wish jail on everybody, just about 85%. I tried to warn people. They was like, oh, I can go. Anybody need 10,000? Anybody need the bud? I can get you. Hey, I can get you. I can get you this. I can get you that. I know how to fill it out to get you approved. Boo boo. Hi. So hey, I hope they know they're coming. Oh yeah, it was very tempting. But I know how that shit works.
I think that's the record people. Hold on, y'all.
Again, so let me say this. This is what I was gonna say to you a while ago, Pressure. Before they tried to trip me up again. When you what did you say? Did you say a certain? No. When you said I'm trying to do this, that, and the other, and they trying to do this to our people. If I'm gonna be honest. This is very much a way for population control. Absolutely. That's how I look at it. You may look at it another way. It's still the wizard. They're just not on horses anymore. So they don't have to put the carrot in front of the horse and come in the middle of the night covered with a torch in their hand. They don't have to do it like that no more. They can just bring these assault rifles and they can move these laws to allow everybody to have a right to carry, but they didn't read the fine print, okay? Because they can walk with all type of GUNS, and it's not a threat. But my culture walk them streets with one. It's a threat. But why did y'all change the laws? Again, like I said in the Tyree Nichols case, the law is for them, not us. Do I need to say it again? So yes, they made it possible to bear arms. But that wasn't for us to really bear arms. Are you crazy? Oh, we got an African-American man, 6'2", 280 pounds. He walking down the street with an assault rifle. He looks armed and dangerous. Ashante, if you want a questions answer, it has to go on put your question on a super chat, a super sticker. I'm sorry, I have to remove it. The only questions I want in the is to come through a super chat or super sticker. I need for you to support the platform to get the wisdom. Please do not. Yeah. Don't ask me what I think. Don't ask no questions unless you put it on the super chat or super sticker. Okay? So I asked Google. Okay, cool. Just don't ask me. And don't put it in my chat. And like I said, you do it again, I will remove you. Awesome. Ask your phone. I don't have no problem with that. Your phone don't have wisdom now. Your phone ain't did the research. Yeah. Somebody done told you I had the facts. And that's why you asked me. Now, zip your lips. I'm going to get you out. I applied for one that had a legitimate business. And my someone committed fraud. That was a problem because people who had legitimate businesses couldn't get one because all the fraud that went on. Okay, well, I can't afford to answer. I can't afford to give you my wisdom. It's just that simple. You can't afford to support. Hell is wrong with you, Mrs. Tom? Then I can't afford to give you my wisdom. Do your own research. You want me to pay the research? Give it to you for free and you don't support? No, baby, go on. Let me go and get you out for the day. I don't like how. I'm sorry. I don't think you need to be over. Come back another day with a better attitude. Mrs. Tom. What the hell is wrong with you? Bye, Karen. Now you can't. You barred. Get your ass up out of here. Y'all are some. Oh, Lord. What is wrong with these people? I'm sorry to hear that I am me, but I believe that happened. I absolutely. What you mean some black victims? Ain't that guy, Lil Kenny, Lil Tommy, Lil Ronnie, ain't he a black victim? The Cuba Gooding Jr. was rubbing his hands all up his legs and shit. Lil Ron. What Graves say? Let me set this down. What did Graves say? Who don't have no more money? Who don't have no more money? Grave digger. Who you talking about? You see, they ain't gave him no money. You know why? He gonna come up on the back end. They plot. Do I think they plotting to bring him down again? Yes, absolutely. I don't think he just gone. That's why he showed up in court in the beginning. They gonna have a big old yeah. And then all them people who thought they was turning their back on Diddy gonna find themselves in the same situation.
Of all earnings
and Wendy.
Credit, but he
Okay.
received nothing.
I'm sorry.
Instead, he got ghost contracts.
I'm sorry,
and
Gracie.
forged split sheets were submitted to BMI ASCAP, cutting him out. I think that's the record, people. Hold on, y'all. I know we're starting slow, but it's about to get crazy. Money laundering and tax fraud. Fat Joe allegedly collected hundreds and thousands in cash and didn't report it. He used fake W-2s to inflate Terrence's income on IRS records
Mighty,
to hide
that's
wage
because
theft.
you don't know what trafficking is. Mighty, what do you think is trafficking? Can you put that in the comment for me? Tell me what you think is trafficking. Oh no, they're gonna get trafficking on this one. That's why I want to know. Oh Lord, Mighty. I don't know what that Majang Galane is. I don't know what that is. What do you think is trafficking? Because if y'all thinking trafficking is taken, like the movie Taken, when they snatch you and kidnap you and put you in the back seat of a white van and tie you up and tape your mouth and trade you off, and let people just come in a room, that is also trafficking, but that's not the only trafficking. So that's why I'm asking you, since you say racketeering, how can you not see racketeering? They got all they need is two. They got. Funny how all these people come out. The word works when something bad happens. Also, you don't You don't want to tell me what you think trafficking and racketeering is. Okay, I'll go on. Because a lot of people who say they don't see it, they see it, they just don't. I think, it's just my opinion, I think they see it, they just don't want to see it because they do it. And if they admit that they see it, then that in their mind is saying, them folk coming for me too. That's how I feel. I think they see it. I think they see it. Now, they may not want to say that that's trafficking, but you know that's what them, the feds is saying is trafficking. And they don't gave y'all everything that's needed to be considered racketeering, trafficking, RICO, all of that. The only crime I've seen is him. Okay, well then you ain't been paying attention. What about, so what do you think about telling Cassie's mama that if she don't send him $20,000 that he gonna pass out her daughter's S3X tape to her employers, to her job? What is that called? I'm just, since you say that's the only one you see, I'm finna see if you have integrity, Mighty. I just want to check your integrity. Since you say that's all you can see. I mean, are you Stevie Wonder? Before I dig off into you, your intelligence and your integrity, can you see? I mean, are you blind? And I ain't trying to be funny. I just need to know how far we finna go. How far I'm finna go. I'm finna show you, either you playing like you don't see it, or you don't have no integrity, or your criminal mind is gonna lead you straight to prison. So what was that? That's extortion. Is blackmail extortion? Is blackmail extortion? See, y'all want to find a simpler word to deviate from the words that they say. But blackmail is extortion. That's one. Mighty, I asked you a question. Don't ask no questions, Amir. You put them on a super chat or super sticker. I'm finna get ready to get you out of here, Mighty. You're talking about truth for truth. All you see is that he whooped Cassie. You didn't see where he extorted money from her mama, and somebody on from his empire gave her instructions on how to wire that money. And then they turned around. They acknowledged that they got it. You know how they acknowledge that they got it? Because after a couple of days, they sent it back. Okay? They go, because all you need is two. I ain't finna run them all down to you. I'm finna give you two good ones. So that's extortion. Yeah. And since although he threatened to blow up old boy's car, and somebody did, we're gonna move on past that one. Okay? We're gonna move on past that one. Oh, girl, Mia. She wasn't there a whole day. She worked all day. All day. 5 days straight. Forced labor. When you work all day, 24/7 for 5 days, what's that called? That's two right there. And we don't want to talk about Capricorn. We don't have to talk about none of the sex with the females. Capricorn. She said, wasn't she the one who say on a good day, she gets 4 hours of sleep? On a bad day, she get 2. What's that called? Oh boy. Who works at the hotel, who said, if you want the tape, you got to get a subpoena or go to the police department. Now it's called forced labor. Yeah. He said he didn't see it, y'all. He don't see trafficking, racketeering. Hell, I done gave him 3. I'm finna give him 1 more and I'm finna go on. Get my lights up. The guy at the Intercontinental. Intercontinental. Say, you want to work for me? You sound like you want a life. you sound like you want a life. This ain't the place for you. You want a life? You want to go on vacation? What? The guy at the hotel who told him the standard operating procedures of when if you want a videotape, how to get it. Subpoena or go to the police department. They can request it. That wasn't good enough for him. What did he wind up doing? 100K? What is that called? He done called him. Christina went up to the man's job. When that wasn't good enough, she called him on a phone number that he didn't even get her. He didn't even give it to him. He was like, whoa, yo, how you get this number? Somebody want to talk to me. Oh, shit. To me, I would have been saying right there, that was intimidating. So now you really are trying to, oh, shit. That feels like a threat to me. You calling me on the phone. I done already told you no. I done already told you how to go get it. You came up on my job. It's like, whoa, you invading my space, lady? Cassie, help. You missing the point. He said he didn't move, pressure. Move. She gave up evidence. Yeah, she absolutely. She admitted that she did. He is the one who didn't admit that he did it. She did. She told the truth and shamed the devil. She admitted that she did it. She didn't deny it. She didn't lie. Well, move, pressure. I'm talking to this person who said that they didn't see racketeering. You trying to save them on the cool. You moving the goalpost, pressure. We've been in this too long. Move. Move, B. Get out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way. Move, pressure. Get out the way. Get out the way. Yeah. Is that not bribery? Yeah, I'm looking at you, Mighty, because you full of beep. Yeah. So don't come over here talking about y'all don't see it. Y'all see it. Y'all just don't want to see it because y'all doing some of the same that they doing. And when you acknowledge it, then that means that you're acknowledging that you are breaking the law, a serious one too, that can get you up to life. I'm telling y'all better get a trade, because they done flipped the script. I absolutely believe they have flipped the script. And that I absolutely believe that there are some people that are not of my culture who does the same thing. But they laws and they penalties have never been our laws and our penalties. We have always been penalized worse than them. So we're going to continue to fall for the banana in the tailpipe. We going to say, Lord, listen, this is all I know. This is all I've been doing. I need for you to give me a renewing of the mind. I need to start doing things different, because they trying to set my ass up. Set that ass up. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Without a fool like Cassie, they wouldn't have a fool like Diddy. Well, let's just move Cassie. Let's move her out the way. I want us to chime in on these guys. Because before Cassie, there was a little Rod. There was a little Usher. There was a Justin Bieber. There was a Fizz from B2K. Do I need to keep going on? Why are we playing? Why are we playing? Why are we playing? Pressure, you kill me with this. I think sometimes you just want me to pull it out. So move the females. What about the boys and the men who have been aped? Taken, ass just taken, didn't even know what was going on, didn't consent. And let's be clear. Let's be real clear. Korean, the vixen chick, that Korean girl, what's her name? Carrying the diary of a vixen. She said this shit a long time ago. She said that when she went to Diddy's, hell, you would go in and he'd be getting out the bed with a dude. The dude would be walking out one door and you coming in. It's in her book. Long time ago. So miss me with that, what you talking about, dude. But we gonna move Cassie, Jane Doe, what's the other girl, Mia? Let's just move the making other band Q. And I still have a problem with Dawn, because she gave her dude that pill. She don't get no pay. Korean Stephan, thank you. And that book is over 20 years old. Y'all better do y'all research. It was just a matter of time. He got away with it for a very long time. And we can move the females out the way. What about the men? What about the men who was 8, who didn't want to talk about it, didn't know what happened, lost their mind? What's the little boy on Empire? People just think he done got in trouble again. He done lost his mind because he was robbed of his manhood and didn't even know what happened. Pressure, I wish you was my brother. Ooh, baby, I would clip you. Y'all get my likes up. I read her book. Did she not talk about her little encounter at Diddy's house? Somebody was going, and it's been years since but I remember that. I was like, so he got. I had already seen Farnsworth Bentley. I had already. And I believe Usher coming out. I believe that. Usher is coming. I believe that. But men have to get to a point where they know that, accept the fact One, that they were 8. And that somebody has tampered with their manhood. And while doing it, they gave them something. They were given something. Even if they thought they was taking something, hell, that had been tampered with. Because if we remember, Jonathan Oddie said they liquefied them drugs. And that's how they were trafficking them on those private jets. Jonathan Oddie said, you say had it not been Cassie, but you are intentionally jumping over the fact that Jonathan Oddie put them feds on Diddy long before she did. But let's move right on, because if y'all want to play dumb, I'm going to let y'all play dumb on your own. Let's hear this.
Unpaid labor and song fed. So Terrence claims who set up the shell companies for laundering money. Oh my God. And get this, and Sneaker Addict Touring LLC and Slate Incorporated, the corporate front for fraud. They also got Rock Nation in here, but they're saying Rock Nation just benefited from the touring and whatnot. The main RICO is Fat Joe. Okay, so here's the allegations. Unpaid labor and song fed. So Terrence claims that he co-wrote and performed 20 or more songs, We All the Way Up, Congratulations, Ice Cream, etc. He was allegedly promised 15% of all earnings and credit, but he received nothing. Instead, he got...
They were investigating him before the liquor court. And it was not about the liquor. He was already under investigation. The Fed's been on him over 10 years. So,
Ghost contracts
y'all so late to the party.
Split sheets were submitted to BMI ASCAP, cutting him out. I think that's the record, people. Hold on, y'all. I know we're starting slow.
I don't care. It was
crazy.
He was already under investigation.
Money laundering and tax fraud.
Y'all kill me being slow to the party. Y'all always gotta make up an excuse. Well, they only doing that because he was trying to buy CBS, PBD. He beat somebody out their money. He was taking men's manhood. Jonathan Oddie called himself Cassie's and Diddy's S3X slave. He sued Diddy for millions because Diddy gave him herpes. Not Cassie. Diddy. So, shh. Hi, Dr. Weavenstein. That's cute. That's cute. Hi, everybody who came in and I haven't spoke. Why he didn't say Cassie gave him herpes? He sued Diddy. So does that mean he Diddy?
Joe allegedly collected hundreds and thousands in cash and didn't report it. He used fake W-2s to inflate
because it's bigger than
Terrence's income on IRS records to hide wage theft. The sneakers...
Y'all are so simple-minded. Cassie done already been paid years. She done had kids and shit. Look wrong. What about the millions that Jonathan Oddie got for Diddy giving him herpes? Y'all don't care nothing about that. Y'all just want to be able to blame a female. Y'all crazy. Y'all hate y'all mama.
As a front with employees flaunting luxury.
AunTeaFee, you just told them they hate their mama. Y'all hate women so much. It's deep rooted. Stay woke. That's what we're talking about right here. Y'all just ain't got my likes up. That's why I keep stopping. I need 11 more likes. I got it right here. Be listening to it. Yeah, y'all men have deep-rooted issues. Y'all hate women because y'all hate your mama. Your first female love was your mama. But what about the men? Y'all want to call the females O's, but y'all don't want to call the male entertainers O's. Why? There been men who got paid off. Y'all never say nothing about that. Y'all ain't say, oh, he a gold digger. He a gold digger. It's a money grab. All they wanted was the money. But what about the men?
Despite low official salaries, and defendants filed
Y'all got some integrity
for fraudulent
issues.
PPP loans using
I love
sneaker
that one.
addict touring. There's also tour exploit.
They finna
cutting
hit
them out.
their
I think that's
asses
the
with
record,
them
people.
fake PPP
Hold on, y'all.
loans.
I know we're starting slow, but it's about to get crazy. Money laundering and tax fraud. Fat Joe allegedly collected hundreds and thousands in cash and didn't report it.
Y'all
He
say
used
bye to
fake
Corey
W-2s to
Fields.
inflate, Terrence's income on IRS records to hide wage theft. The sneaker store Up NYC operated
They all
as
freaky
a
fools.
front, with employees flaunting luxury despite low official salaries.
I did stick
And
with the
defendants
facts. You don't like the
filed
facts.
for fraudulent PPP loans using sneaker addict touring. There's also tour exploitation and financial control. They said he was booked for over 200 shows, but only paid $254 per show, while the contracts showed that they paid him $3,000. His per diem of $100 a day was routinely stolen.
Welcome from
He slept in
Ireland.
lobbies while others flew first class. Defendants filed for fraudulent PPP loans using sneaker
love
addict
that.
touring. There's also tour exploitation and financial control. They said he was booked for over 200 shows, but only paid $254 per show,
I agree,
while the
Juanita.
contracts showed that they paid him $3,000. His per diem of $100 a day was routinely stolen. He slept in lobbies while others flew first class. And Fat Joe allegedly took $30K Live Nation check meant for Terrence and used it to pay his own taxes. But y'all, let's get into this.
I'm
The
almost out
sexual
of juice.
coercion and control. Baby, this is a detailed unpacking.
Okay, hold on.
Now, there is a section of the lawsuit that alleges that Fat Joe used SMEX as a method of psychological domination, humiliation, and subjugation. These weren't isolated incidents, he's claiming, and they were rooted in consensual groupie culture. This was an alleged systematic pattern of sexual coercion used to break and control Terrence. Here's how it unfolded.
Butt-ucking.
Now, this is alleged based on his complaint, but let's get into this. Okay.
So he broke him in like a Diddy
And they
did.
were rooted in rooted in consensual groupie culture. This was an alleged systematic pattern of sexual coercion used to break and control Terrence. Here's how it unfolded. Okay. Now this is alleged based on his complaint, but let's get into this. Okay?
Hey, Triple X
He
Rage.
said he wasn't just performing music. He was allegedly forced to perform sexually, not for his own gratification, but to maintain access to income, travel, shelter, and safety. Fat Joe allegedly made it clear that compliance equals survival. You refuse and your flight home gets canceled. You refuse and you sleep in the lobby. You refuse.
And then what
and you
happened
lose
to
your
the girl
spot.
Mia when he grabbed her
Look at
passport?
you. You're doing everything you
Didn't
can
that
to
happen
get
to
your blood
Mia?
pressure in check. And now you have Super Beats Hard Chews by Human on your
He done lost
Gets
weight.
canceled. You refuse and you sleep in the lobby. You refuse and you lose your spot. Okay, so there was performance-based humiliation. And one specific incident in Miami. After a show, Fat Joe allegedly brought a woman to his hotel suite. He ordered Terrence to sleep with her in front of a group.
He
with the
exposed it
bathroom door
first.
open, shouting,
Before Cassie.
"D
Well, hell, you
Terrence."
hold on, Pressure,
Oh, they're going-
because you say they don't believe Cassie either. But she got paid. Make up your mind. Yeah, you don't believe nobody but Diddy. Is he paying you, Pressure? Or you his booty buddy? Cause you don't believe nobody but Diddy. Doodle Diddy. Doodle Diddy. Yeah, that's the only person you believe. Everybody lying.
TA. Members of the crew, including Pistol Pete and JB, reportedly watched and laughed. One joked, "Yo, Joe, I'm not about to stand here and watch this ninja's D." Terrence allegedly did not want to participate, but he felt he had no choice.
Didn't Suge do that too?
Also, there was surveillance and direction. These sexual performances were sometimes filmed, sometimes directed. The environment was described as under surveillance. There were security cameras.
Wendy, you know I ain't rapping.
They even said Rock Nation's extended team were allegedly aware. Joe was said to have orchestrated who TA would
I'm glad person know me.
watch and sometimes gave verbal instructions. Is this not sounding like Diddy and Cassie? And used the presence of others to enforce psychological shame. Now, he did say there was retaliation for refusal. On at least one occasion, Terrence refused to comply with the coerced SMEX Act.
But what he said, it's all coming out though right now.
Stranded overseas and cut off access to money or shelter, making him fully dependent on Joe's approval to survive. And there was also creepy language of ownership. He alleges that Joe made it clear that his bodies and his actions were not his own. The expectation was be sexually available.
His body, hold on. I've heard that before. That girl, one of them girls who ain't came out yet. Well, yes, she have came out yet, but her case ain't been presented just yet. They were saying, oh, she lying. She lying. And she was the one who also kind of co-signed, what's his name? Jonathan Oddie. Because she said that when people were saying there wasn't nothing in it at all, she said it was. Because she said he sprayed her and she got numb. And he said to her now, because she like pop. And they got mad because she like pop. Did y'all know he got a tattoo? A skeleton with a bandana, a red bandana on his chest. That's Pac. Did we know that? He disliked Pac like that. But anyway, she said that. And she said she couldn't move. And he was standing over her saying, now, how you feel now? Mm-hmm. You don't even have control of your body. Yeah. So to hear that, just then that remind me of that girl. So this is why you have to do your own research. And just park some things that you hear. Park it. Oh, I love, you can tell I used to be an instructor. Parking fee ain't nothing in the trial about liquid. It ain't came up yet. But they did ask them about was the drug tainted, and Cassie it did come up. She said no. That's what she said. She was talking about the oil that they use. See, this right here is about that escapade. It's not factoring in the others. So when we have heard that before. That's not the first time. They asked Cassie. Cassie said no. It was nothing in the baby oil but just baby oil. So yes, they did bring that up. You ain't been paying attention. That's what happens when y'all all over the place. Y'all miss key points. But Jonathan Dottie, yeah. And didn't nobody believe him either. But Cassie co-signed him. See, that was a setup. Baby, Cassie threw out some names. That was a setup, y'all. Y'all don't even know it. I'm sorry. I'm drinking my... Can y'all see that? She threw out some names to validate on the cool.
The environment was described as under surveillance. There were security cameras, management staff. They even said Roc Nation's extended team were allegedly aware. Joe was said to have orchestrated who TA would sleep with, watched, and sometimes gave verbal instructions. Is this not sounding like Diddy and Cassie? And used the presence of others to enforce psychological shame. Now, he did say there was retaliation for refusal. On at least one occasion, Terrence refused to comply with the coerced SMEX Act. In response, Fat Joe canceled his flight, left him stranded overseas, and cut off access to money or shelter.
Because y'all remember, it came up that when they was in the UK, and it didn't come up in this case, but it was reported because I was thinking it was Capricorn, and I think, yeah, and then they said it wasn't Capricorn, it was Mia, but Mia didn't go off into them details, and they took her passport, and them guys game, yeah, by 4 or 5 of them did his orders. And when Don was asking where was she, he said, I don't fuck. But they didn't bring it up. So when I'm hearing these stunts right here, I believe it, because it's almost like it is a handbook. And they doing the same thing to their workers. It's almost culty. It's a cult.
Or sometimes filmed, sometimes directed. The environment was described as under surveillance. There were security cameras.
Bad Joe.
They even said Roc
Jolanda. Jolanda. Jolanda, how dare you, Jolanda? Jolanda. Did you have Peter problems too? Did you have some dysfunction? Jolanda, I am disappointed in you. Jolanda.
Team were allegedly aware. Joe was said to have orchestrated who TA would sleep with, watched, and sometimes gave verbal instructions. Is this not sounding like Diddy and Cassie? And used the presence of others to enforce psychological shame. Killer. Now, he did say there was retaliation for refusal.
Joe Mama.
On at least one occasion,
I like
refused to
Jolanda.
comply with the coerced SMEX Act. In response, Fat Joe canceled his flight, left him stranded overseas, and cut off access to money or shelter, making him fully dependent on Joe's approval to survive. And there was also creepy language of ownership. He alleges that Joe made it clear that his body and his actions were not his own.
Hey, Jen.
The expectation was be sexually available on command. Never say no or you're out. And this wasn't about pleasure. It was about enforcing loyalty through humiliation. Now listen, these actions are framed in the lawsuit as textbook SMEX trafficking under coercion, especially the forced performance under threat, inability to leave due to financial and physical control, repetition over time. He claimed over 4,000 acts he was forced to perform, and the occurrence across state lines intentional.
I'm going to ignore you as you slow to the bus.
He also claimed about lining him up. They said that when he started to complain, Fat Joe attempted a violence or a hint. Now, let's talk about the retaliation attempt after he began asserting his rights publicly. Now, there's supposedly an audio recording of the setup. The lawsuit includes a recorded call between Pistol Pete, Fat Joe's enforcer, and a man named Percy, a mutual contact of both Pete and Terrence. Here was the plan. Pete allegedly asked Percy to get in touch with TA and Terrence and convince him of the meetup, so the enterprise could deal with them, interpreted as a violent ambush. These are the key quotes from the audio.
I haven't been to the grocery store in over a year, but I'm eating healthier than ever. Here's how I did it. Meal planning used to be...
order me something
These are
to
the
eat.
key quotes from the audio.
Jolanda.
Yo, he can't come around the hood. He needs to be dealt with accordingly. My hood is gonna bring him to me
Selling
like
their
they always
soul.
done. Ninja's gonna bring it right
They
to
made
where
deals
you
with
at.
the devil.
He implies that TA violated Joe by speaking out, and retaliation was expected. And when Percy refused to help line TA up, Pete replied, don't ever tell me bring a ninja to you. I'm never doing that. Of course, lining up, I don't know. I guess that speak for putting a hit out on someone. So, was there a real attempt? Well, from the lawsuit, there was no actual attack occurred. This recording clearly outlines an active conspiracy to set him up for a potential assault or even worse. The threats were specific.
Yolanda.
And they were made by someone, Pete, with a known history, that's his enforcer, of carrying out Joe's violent orders. This lawsuit treats
Pete
not
was
just,
his and Polly was one of Diddy's.
But a predicate act under RICO and witness tampering statutes. You guys, what is going on over in Terror Squad? You guys, what is going on?
Ooh.
Again, there was psychological coercion that they cited. Fat Joe's mantra is nobody leaves Terror Squad in one piece. Reference past violence like the slashing of a Cuban link as a warning. And TA was threatened with being stranded overseas, losing work, and being publicly shamed. Y'all, what? The enterprise culture, code words and enforcers, the crew used coded terms like ketchup, that meant slashing, Maitanden, that meant Maitanden. What is that? That meant murk people. Cowbee, that meant slap. And Corbin meant put in a casket. Violent enforcers like Pistol Pete and Rich Player were used in these recorded conversations. And the culture functioned like a criminal hierarchy with orders, punishment, and obedience. You guys, what is going on? Again, this is no shocking thing. TA claims
There, you making up stuff.
4,000 sexual
ain't supposed to be no mistrial. All that stuff is pity pat.
What? Okay.
They don't have no defense.
We don't know if it happened. I assume if they're making a lawsuit, they have proof. But what is going on? Kanye allegedly likes to watch. Diddy likes to watch. And now they putting Fat Joe's name on the list.
Jay-Z too.
Refusal led to retaliation, like stranding him in Germany or Spain without tickets or lodging, and these acts were put on a humiliation ritual culture for control and subjugation. There was also exhibitionism and surveillance in one incident.
Okay. Boss lady, you don't already gave a super chat, super sticker, so I can use that for. Okay, so Percy.
Also, he was Percy.
Oh no, Percy.
I guess that's music credits. ASCAP credits and music metadata.
Percy, I don't know.
Sync and publishing revenue.
And Boss Lady has already sent a super chat, super
contracts were backdated to make it seem like Joe was the sole creator. Again, after he spoke out, Pistol Pete and Rich allegedly plotted an ambush and mutual flame. Percy refused to line him up and recorded a phone call with the threats. And again, the quotes include, he violated Joe, he needs to be dealt with.
I don't know, Tom, I need to order.
The last thing that I do want to say is very Diddy-like, and we need to talk about this.
I still got something else I need to bring.
Joe had sexual relations with 3 underage women. We're going to refer to them as minions. One minion was a 16-year-old in New York City, received cash and favors in exchange for sloppy toppy.
Pressure, you killing me being a cheerleader. When did you become a cheerleader?
Kanye allegedly likes to watch. Diddy likes to watch. And now they putting Fat Joe's name on the list. Ooh.
Would you be shocked to find out, Big Pressure, I can't believe you're a cheerleader. I thought you was a G. I never took you as a cheerleader. But anyway, I told you, Pressure, a long time ago, when he was doing all that nodding and was giving signals and shit, that he drew attention to himself. And when they blasted him, somebody had already told it. You think they ain't followed marshals and Secret Service and shit? Ain't. Thank you. I'm bad. I'm. Didn't one again. You sending one again. Thank you. No, you didn't have to, but thank you. Thank you. You had already sent one out of love. And I answered. out of love. How about that? But thank you. Thank you. So you don't think that them people ain't following them Combs boys? You don't think that them people phones and shit ain't been tapped? You don't think that they got their eyes on them because they gave out their job locations and what they did, and Diddy and them was in there to hear it? You don't think that they already own them like that? Why and on top of that, 7, jury number 7, it's gonna be 2 jurors out because she was running her mouth, didn't follow orders. So everybody that done been contacted, they already know. The feds is watching Diddy, his kids, all of them. Just like they know which one on the defense team leaked that sealed information. And the judge was Batman mad. He already knew who leaked it. If there was an integrity question. And the defense failed because they lied. So they onto them. That shit, I said all that to say to you, Pressure, the pom-pom dude, they already onto it. That shit is not going to work. There is no way he cannot get found guilty because they are going to. That's why he said, I need to know when you're wrapping it up because I have to have jury instructions. And they are going to be precise. So what we doing? So the instructions are going to be written so they can't pull none of them motherfucking stunts that they think they gonna. Baby, I love details. And that's what the judge is making clear. They're gonna be detailed. Ain't no mistrial. Ain't none of them stunts going to work. We're going full force. Well, the defense selected them. The defense was cool with him. Diddy was in on selecting them. He couldn't just leave well enough alone. See, that's the problem. He don't know when. What he say? Can't stop, won't stop. He ain't never lied. You was in on who you thought was going to be easy, and you thought you was gonna get away with and you thought you was gonna give the clues, and all you did was got your ass in trouble because you couldn't stop. So even if you had rigged it, you just couldn't stop. Now y'all calling folk because you can't stop. So he true to what he say. Can't stop, won't stop. And they gonna roll your ass right on into that prison, and you're gonna be trying to come up with stunts to get out. I don't know who R. Kelly think he is. There's people that die in prison all the time. Sometimes in Aryan Nation, they meet they target. What makes you think that you special, sir? You are a PDF file. Don't do the crime. But somebody must have tapped their ass.
Meant put in a casket.
Are y'all aware?
Like Pistol Pete and Rich Player were used in these recorded
Gonna
conversations.
stretch that ass
and the
out.
culture functioned like a criminal hierarchy with orders, punishment, and obedience. You guys, what?
If the justice system is a joke, Corey, and you scared of the justice, stop breaking the law. It's just that simple. Stop breaking the law. If I have to stop breaking the law, if I had to stop scheming, guess what that means? Guess what that means? You do too. And if you don't think that applies to you, then keep breaking the law. And the justice system gonna eat your ass up too. They're gonna make a sandwich out of your ass too. Okay, so stop making, if you keep the Most High God law, then stop making excuses for criminals who don't keep the law. The higher God says, obey the law of the land. Ain't that what it say? So why are you in my comment section cheerleading for criminals? Make that make sense. Since you put that you follow the law, the Most High God law, it says obey the law of the land. Have you not got to that part yet? Okay. When you get caught, it's always going to be about money. They're going to bleed your ass dry. He sure is. He sure is. But some people thought since he gave them, he allowed them to get their PPP loan. Ooh, see, I tried to tell y'all. Woo, y'all weren't over here then. He broke them same laws. See, so, did he get out of it? But you ain't gonna be able to get out of it. See how that work? Y'all took the bait. Y'all took the bait. If you had to add some employees that you didn't have, that's fraud, baby. If you said that you had X amount of dollars that you pay out on a monthly basis, and you know you didn't even have no business, that's fraud. When we exaggerate on our but we just talking about PPP loans. Yeah. So if you're okay with obeying the law of the Most High God, then obey the law. So don't make excuses for people who insist on consistently breaking the law. Because the reality of it is, y'all don't realize them fake PPP loans and shit that them people got and blew that money is why eggs and shit, milk and groceries and shit was down there $10 for 12 eggs. How y'all think they're gonna recoup money and shit? Inflation. Inflation. Yeah, y'all ain't been around long enough to understand that. Y'all just say, oh, that's free money. If they make a way for us to get it, shit, I'm getting that money. Okay, well, okay. Get it now, pay later. But then they didn't get in trouble again. They make the rules and they break them. Those laws and shit wasn't made for them. They were made to control the culture. I keep telling y'all that. And y'all keep falling for the same banana in the tailpipe. So the same thing that Trump allowed y'all to get is now coming back. You a lie. Them eggs will not stop pressure. Oh my God, stop. You are a bald-faced lie. You are a bald-faced lie. I had never paid the price for eggs. Ever. Thank God they came down. So you a lie. You lying pressure.
Cuban link as a warning. And TA was threatened with being stranded overseas, losing work, and being publicly shamed.
Okay, Darren, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm going to remove everything you say because you're trolling.
Enforcers, the crew used coded
so
terms
like stop commenting. I'm going to remove it. No, he sure ain't been to the grocery store. That's what his wife do. She's a state. I mean, why we playing? Precious wife is. Pressure, don't make me tell these people that you have a stay-at-home wife. Pressure. Big pressure. He popped his shit on here. But he's a very loving, caring husband who has a stay-at-home wife that he caters to. So he trolling AunTeaFee because we've been at, we go way, way back. That's it. So I'm gonna put his ass on blast. His wife is a stay-at-home wife. He caters to her. and his daughter. So don't get it twisted. He on here playing.
People, Calpy, that meant slap, and Corbin meant put in a casket.
Oh, absolutely. So why he trying to act like he know what groceries and shit when his wife do that? She's spoiled. Right. So he wouldn't know what groceries and stuff is because she gets his card, she goes to the grocery store, and she buys the groceries. He may go on occasions.
Pistol Pete and Rich Player were used in these recorded conversations, and the culture functioned like a criminal hierarchy with orders, punishment, and obedience. You guys, what is going on? Again,
I know that.
thing.
That's why me and Pressure go back and forth like that.
4,000 sexual acts, often orchestrated and watched.
There, I said.
What? Okay.
What did I tell you? I asked you to stop commenting.
I assume if they're making a lawsuit, they have proof. But what is going on? Corbin meant put in a casket. Violent enforcers like Pistol Pete and Rich Player were used in these recorded conversations, and the culture functioned like a criminal hierarchy with orders, punishment, and obedience. You guys, what is going on? Again, this is no shocking thing. TA claims he was forced in over 4,000 sexual acts.
Didn't Boosie say they gonna get us on the back end? Ain't this almost over? Ain't Diddy's trial almost over? They don't have a defense. These people done been on representing for damn near 6 weeks. All they need is 4 or 5 days.
It's often orchestrated and watched by Fat Joe. What? Okay. Things are all alleged. We don't know if it happened. I assume
they getting their asses on the back end.
Proof. But what is going on? Kanye allegedly likes to watch. Diddy likes to watch, and now they put Joe's name on the list. Ooh.
Wait till Jay-Z name come out.
If you remember,
if I was Diddy, I would be writing all their names and shit down.
Kanye allegedly likes to watch. Diddy likes to watch, and now they putting Fat Joe's name on the list. Ooh. Refusal led to retaliation, like stranding him in Germany or Spain without tickets.
Me too, Summer Breeze, Southern Breeze.
Humiliation ritual culture for control and subjugation. There was also exhibitionism and surveillance. In one incident, oh my God.
It's horrible.
Yeah, he used it as a tool of discipline and power. Also,
so,
he was
like they used to do back in the day when the runaways, Toby Kunta. Your name is Toby Kunta. Kunta Kinte. And so back in that era, for control, what they do, they what they call it, what do they used to? Butt breaking. That's what they doing. That's what this hip hop industry has been doing. What Precious say? Daryl, I'm gonna go ahead and remove you because I told you to stop commenting. I just want you to sit back. Butt breaking. Right there. There you go. Pistola. Right there. That's exactly what this is that they doing. So Precious, you keep talking about, can see what they doing. These minorities have been butt breaking men and cookie breaking women. If that ain't for you, by you, black on black crime.
I guess that's music credits.
And you want me to feel sorry for them?
Key credits and music metadata.
You want me to make excuses for them?
Sync and
they are butt breaking.
But what is going on? Kanye allegedly likes to watch. Diddy likes to watch, and now they putting Fat Joe's name on the list.
Hey, Leo.
Ooh. Refusal led to retaliation, like stranding him in Germany or Spain without tickets or lodging. And these actual.
But he gonna like it as long as he have his numb and all.
Culture for control and subjugation.
His money is supposed to already be frozen, but some of it.
And surveillance. In one incident, oh my God.
Fat Joe.
Yeah, he used it as a tool of discipline and power.
Discipline and power.
Also, he was scrubbed from linear notes. I guess that's music credits.
Massive.
ASCAP credits and music metadata. Deprived of future licensing, sync, and publishing revenue. And estimated over $600,000 in royalties, and fake contracts were backdated to make it seem like Joe was the sole creator. Again, after he spoke out, Pistol Pete and Rich allegedly plotted an ambush, and mutual flame named Percy refused to line him up and recorded a phone call with the threats. And again, the quotes include
they didn't get
Joe he
so that means so hold up, y'all, just so y'all know. Diddy is guilty of the charge. Absolutely. So just so you know. They don't already, the IRS is already on to, because they don't already prove that there was some transactions and stuff with Diddy that he didn't report. You do know our finna get him. But here because they didn't bring up PPP loans with Diddy, but they damn sure bringing them up here. So you know the hour is right there. Bank fraud. Bank fraud. So you know our. You manipulated them numbers, and whoever filled them out, that ain't. You can't say, "Oh, I didn't know." Ignorance of the law is no excuse. So just so y'all know.
An estimated over $600,000 in royalties, and fake contracts were backdated to make it seem like Joe was the sole creator. Again, after he spoke out, Pistol Pete and Rich allegedly plotted an ambush, and mutual flame named Percy refused to line him up and recorded a phone call with the threats. And again, the quotes include he violated Joe.
They playing. I'm finna get ready to go.
Now,
I'm over 2 hours.
The
last thing that I do want to say is very Diddy-like, and we need to talk about this.
Okay, let's listen.
The lawsuit alleges Fat Joe had sexual relations with 3 underage women. We're going to refer to them as minions. One minion was a 16-year-old in New York City, received cash and favors in exchange for
Jolanda. Get Jolanda. Get on away from my mouth. Jolanda. Because you be saying you was on my head. Jolanda. You mean you was playing with underage kids? So you are a PDFI? I don't care about what they've been doing. Bye, Terry. I don't care about them. Stop moving the goalposts. I'm talking about my culture, my people, period. And if you can't stay on topic, God, Terry, I don't care about them. They not my culture. I want my people, my culture, to stop falling for the banana in the tailpipe. I don't give a shit about what they do and get away with. I care about my people keep falling for some shit that's gonna keep them in the system away from their kids. So don't come in here moving goalposts, because we ain't talking about what they do. I'm talking about what my people do. Okay, then go away. Go. You don't have to be here. You don't have to be here. So I'm going to ask you, Terry, since you think I'm getting pleasure out of it, go, so I don't have to remove you. Go. Leave. Don't comment. Go. You're not happy here. So why are you here? So please, respectfully, don't make me remove you. Remove yourself. How about that? Let's see if you have enough self-control to remove yourself from an environment that you don't like. Let's see. Now you telling me what pleasure I'm getting. Let's see if you have enough integrity to leave.
Now, here's the last thing that I do want to say is very, very Diddy-like, and we need to talk about this. The lawsuit alleges Fat Joe had sexual relations with 3.
Here go another slow to the bus. Leo, handle that lightweight. See, there goes somebody else who is a debilitator. She blames everybody else. It blames everybody else except the person who do wrong. So now it's my fault. It's my fault that they PDF files. It's my fault that they fill out fake paperwork to defraud the government. It's my fault. I'm taking pleasure in it because I didn't fall for the banana in the tail fight. But they did. They thought I was a fool for not fraudulently filling out the paperwork. But guess who laughing now? Guess who laughing now? They said, okay, you crazy. You crazy. This free money. Baby, no it ain't. Yeah. So you gonna make, there you go. Thank you. Thank you. Handle that lightweight.
Recorded a phone call with the
I don't
press.
have to.
And again, the quotes include, he violated Joe, he needs to be dealt with. Now, here's the last thing that I do want to say is very, very Diddy-like, and we need to talk about this. The lawsuit alleges Fat Joe had sexual relations with 3 underage women. We're going to refer to them as minions. One minion was a 16-year-old in New York City, received cash and favors in exchange for sloppy toppy. Minion 2, 15-year-old overseas, allegedly flown to Miami and given
overseas
a 15-year-old. And Minion 3, met at 15, allegedly housed by Joe and
Didn't they go over to Russia? Didn't
in lyrics, She's My Mama. The song She's My Mama allegedly describes grooming of a 16-year-old, pressuring her to oral smacks and trafficking language, holding rugs, flying her around, and pimping her. TA claims the lyrics match the Minion 3's real experience and say the girl actually confirms it. They said Fat Joe allegedly covered up statutory rape by producer Dre of Cool and Dre. Dre reportedly confessed to having sex with a 15-year-old singer, K Rose, and Joe allegedly used burner phones to silence the family, and K's career disappeared. Y'all, these are some serious allegations. We're going to go live later on today to read through the whole lawsuit, but at the end of the day, maybe that's why everybody's being so quiet and people are really, really nervous because it wasn't just Diddy out there acting a fool. Anyway, you guys.
And that's why Suge was saying he needs to get on the stand. He ain't the only one. Bring all of them down. I ain't saying he didn't do it. I'm just saying he wasn't the only one. What else is in my title before I get ready to go? I just want to touch bases on what I said. I've been here too long. Thank y'all for who sent super chat, super stickers, and support the platform. I greatly appreciate it. I got to get something to eat. I'm going to have to order something. Hold on. I got him. Oh, hold on. Let me get 2 of these couple. I hope they're not long. I don't think they were long. It's gonna be a whole circle, y'all. But they've been doing it so long. And that's if there's something I don't like about the government and the feds, you know, they sit back and, oh, look at my friend. Oh, she looks so pretty. They're sitting way too long for me. What you say? Should just want them locked up with him. Well, he was saying free him. He was acting like he didn't want him. He didn't think that he should be found guilty. Hold on. Who is it? Is this it?
And I don't know how you can't say the government has.
Oh no, that ain't it. Well, I definitely need to touch bases on that. Oh, right here.
What do you think about this?
That especially juror number 6. By the way, African American replaced by a white juror, and there are rumblings in the defense, I'm told, that they're going to make a racial argument here.
Well, they've already said they want a mistrial if the judge does this.
Right.
Now, I don't think it's going to happen, but they're on the record saying this is a problem.
I think that certainly there could have been another residence that he was staying with his girlfriend, right? So he's going back and forth. That's frequent.
But Judge Mathis, when they question him, I hear you, partner. You know, I like you. But when they questioned him, he could not provide them with the right information. And I don't know if they didn't tell you, but they did. They met with him 3 different times, sir. So I hear everything that you're saying, but they did give him amp opportunity. And again, he told on himself.
And so in that sense, he could still be living within the jurisdiction.
He's not living within the jurisdiction. Judge Mathis, was you at one of these freak offs? The white parties? I hope you left before midnight, sir. I really do.
Of the jury pool. But additionally, I think the fact that they did not give a full hearing to the defense, to be able to bring in affidavits, to be able to bring in utility bills, things of that nature that would prove that he's a resident of the...
Sir, Judge Mathis, now I know you know he living with a girl and a kid. He ain't got no bills in his name. He gave 3 different, he said his granny, he said he stayed here and he stayed over there. He gave 3 different addresses, Judge Mathis. He got caught up in it. But okay, Precious.
I think that's what should have occurred before removing him. And in fact, I think they should make a motion now to revisit it.
So what I hear you saying, Judge, is that if Diddy loses, you think that this is a good grounds for appeal?
Yes, I think it would be because you haven't allowed the proper opportunity to prove residency. That's where I'm stuck at. Why didn't you allow a proper opportunity in hearing to prove residency, which would have included affidavits, and I'm sure the defense would have done that. And so that's why that's my view.
Well, okay, Judge. Then why didn't the defense ask for that? Why didn't they ask for an opportunity to get affidavits? Or what was on his driver's license? Are you not? Are you not now? I'm not saying we always do. I ain't going to even fake the funk. But since you want to go there, Judge Mathis, sir, you act like you've been at one of those parties, the white parties. But what's on your driver's license? When you move, are you not supposed to get your driver's license updated? Isn't that against the law to not update your driver's license? Because if the police pull you over for a traffic ticket and they find out that that's not the correct address on your driver's license, they can take your ass to jail. They can give you a ticket for that. So what's on his driver's license? So if the Bronx is on his license or up wherever, because it's 3 addresses that he tried to give. He could never give accurate information. He didn't know where he lived, Judge Mathis. So what's on his driver's license? Oh, the Bronx. Okay, so let's say the Bronx is on his driver's license. Then why did he tell the people that he lived in Jersey? They don't watch him. He told on himself. If you wanted just to be on so bad, if you knew that you had moved, see, this is what kills me about my people. If you knew that what was on your license and you had moved to Jersey in a whole different state, why in the because see, you work for the government. You a jailer. Why in the would you get so comfortable and tell these people, shit, I be running late, falling asleep, because I be coming from Jersey? Why would you tell them that? Oh, they can track the plates. Absolutely. So you brought that attention on yourself. So don't make this be about a black thing, you removing all the black jurors. No. Why did you do that? This is what happens when people don't know how to zip their lips. Why was you up there rubbing elbows, chopping it up? Why? He was saying too much and doing too much. And then when you got pulled in 1, 2, 3 times, that's why the judge was mad, because somebody is leaking confidential, sealed information. So now the defense is being watched. Now the judge was wanting to pull their phone records, investigate the defense. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. They doing too much. So why should I have pity on them when they can't stop, won't stop? They making us look stupid because you can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. So Judge Mathis, I hear you, but ain't none of that shit gonna work. They sloppy. They sloppy. Can we at least agree with that? Sloppy work. He got way too comfortable. Way too comfortable. He didn't care. And like Ray J said, you done pissed off somebody in that boule, a higher up. That's then let him have him. Eat him up. Because he gonna pull us all down. He gonna pull us all down. The feds already know too much. See, this is the gangster me talking. This the crooked me talking. He got us all under surveillance. They sending drones and shit in our area. His mouth, his actions, yeah, is infiltrating everybody. He the reason. All eyes on us. He the reason. So let him have him. Sacrifice his ass since he can't stop, won't stop. So he sacrificed his own self. Okay, let's be clear. And that's why they're not coming to help him. Because if they wanted to save him, they would have saved him. And all his tricks are sloppy. These are his tricks. This is Comb Enterprises tricks. Witness tampering. Do they not think? So either they gonna find out exactly. Y'all don't think they running these people phones, burners? The shit. Jury is tainted. It don't matter. They gonna find his ass guilty because he tainted it. And he got busted, tainting it. So don't call a foul play now that they infiltrated your tampering, your tainting. He tainted it. So now you want a mistrial. They figured it out. Mistrial. He blew his nose. He gave us in his mistrial. Now you leaking stuff that would have only had come over there to TMZ. And your daddy is one of the angry old white men. The judge knew where it came from. That's why I asked him. Now, I'm going to hold y'all asses in contempt. And if it happens again, we're going to bring charges up on the defense. Y'all better wake up.
Before discharging the juror.
And on the other juror getting this text message, how would you react to that?
Yeah, of course you have to follow the law and the court rules that apply to that state. However, let's be real. Those folks on the jury, they tell someone, their loved one, whomever, that they're on the jury, and then the word gets out. I mean, these are real people. The law is paper, and these people are real. And so although we expect them not to tell folks that they're on the jury, they're doing just that.
But once it has been brought to your attention, then you have to treat this.
You remember I said it's never a problem until it's a problem. Somebody gonna say, we know they do it. They do it all the time. But until it becomes a problem, now we gotta handle the problem. Now we got to follow the law, right? But other people been doing it. Yep. But guess what? They didn't get busted. It's a problem now. It's been exposed. So now we got to enforce the law. I'm trying to tell y'all better wake up.
Look, this is a violation, and this. But once it has been brought to your attention, then you have to treat this like, look, this is a violation, and this person probably shouldn't be on the jury.
That's correct. And so I'm in favor of that. I agree with that person should be removed from the jury having outside contacts regarding the trial.
Gotta go. Outside contact.
Having outside contacts regarding the trial.
Judge
Mathis. Of that.
Treat this like, look, this is a violation, and this person probably shouldn't be on the jury.
That's correct. And so I'm in favor of that. I agree with that person should be removed from the jury having outside contacts regarding the trial.
He out of here.
What do you...
What was my other one? Yeah, you gotta follow the law. But it ain't a problem until it's a problem. And guess what? Now it's a problem. Why is it a problem? Because they got busted. And guess what? It was the juror who told it. Told on themselves. Cause the other person had got in trouble. Yeah. They started flying drones and shit over people's houses. Hold on. I'm almost done, y'all. It is not going good for Diddy. Bye, Alan. Because every time I ignore you, you just keep on. Come back another day. I can't, I don't like people just trolling to be trolling. Oh, let's see this. Hold on. There goes Karen stepping. Gyro. Didn't I tell you she had Diddy? I put all questions on the super chat super sticker. Who is that? Usher? Oh, she really dated him. Yeah, she really liked him. Soulja Boy. Young Bird. Who was that? Okay. Then no answer. You have no money. You have no answer. Do your own research. I ain't answering nothing extra. Who y'all killing me? Oh Lord. I be trying not to put that subscribers only on, but I'm gonna have to go back to putting it on. Hold on. Ooh, they all on Jolisa. Your mama need therapy because she had you. Your mama really do need therapy. They all on Jolisa. I need therapy, but you keep coming over here. I don't go nowhere that I don't approve of. 20 Fat Joe, 20 million. Oh, let's do this right quick.
To everyone who finds joy in a great meal, we can't wait to see you again at Culver's.
Our menu has a lawsuit claiming that Wendy Williams' husband has filed a $260 million lawsuit.
Put our questions on super chat, super stickers.
That Wendy is being held against her will in an illegal guardianship, has caused all sorts of $1 million lawsuit claiming that Wendy is being held against her will.
Hi,
in an
Mr.
illegal
Keep It 100.
guardianship, has caused all
Hello.
sorts of financial and emotional damage. Problem is, he's divorced from her, and she didn't like her much.
No, it was not a great divorce.
Didn't like him much.
And
So why is he suing like that's her
A lot of
husband?
money over a lot of years. She doesn't want him a part of this, and you know this straight from the source.
Well, I know it's straight from the source because before I talked to the source, meaning Wendy, it was just apparent to me. I mean, he's filing this as Kevin Hunter, her friend. I mean, when does a friend have standing to file a 200? She had no idea about this lawsuit. During our morning meeting here at TMZ, Wendy called me and I talked to her about it. Did you know your ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, was filing this lawsuit claiming to represent you?
I had no idea.
And
You gotta pay me to send a fool away. Shit. I ain't going.
Because I'm divorced forever.
And so this lawsuit that he's filing for $260 million?
Well, you know, he's a
200 and what?
He's always been that way.
Ain't that the same? Ain't that the same amount that guy's suing Tyler Perry for?
$1 million?
That's so. Is that the going rate to create a reason to sue people to extort? 260 million. Is that the going rate, y'all? Is that what we doing?
Because I'm divorced forever.
And so this lawsuit that he's filing for $260 million?
Well, you know, he's a money grubber. He's always been that way. Look, I don't want to say too much, you know what I'm saying? But it's good to know that he's doing such evil things. Again, he won't win.
Sounds pretty sharp if some of the question is whether she is sharp or not.
She is sharp.
Right.
And then the guardianship is an outrage. I'm sorry for being so bold to say that, but I've talked to Wendy for hours upon hours. That's Wendy Williams. That's what she was like 10 years ago. That's what she's like today.
And somebody else who's on the same page with her is her attorney, Joe Tacopina.
The guy who's trying to get her out of this guardianship.
Who you also talked to on TMZ.
Okay, well, let me be very, I want to analyze this in a very legal way. That's what that is. The guy has no standing, okay? This thing should be dismissed with sanctions, honestly. I don't know what this lawyer was thinking, but he has no standing to file this lawsuit. It's a self-serving lawsuit, clearly. And more importantly, Wendy Williams doesn't need her ex-husband, who was not a very good husband, to file a lawsuit on her behalf. Even when Wendy Williams is going to file a
She didn't know nothing about it.
Outside of the guardianship proceeding, to get out of the guardianship, we will file a lawsuit. I will file a lawsuit. We don't need her ex-husband's
I am so baffled by this that he did have the assistance of a lawyer in filing this. On what planet would a judge entertain a lawsuit by an ex-husband that she doesn't even like and didn't even know that she was doing?
But does she still owe him money?
I don't think so, because her show is so long gone, and they had a deal. I think it was that he would get money for 5 years, but the show ended after 2 years. But we're so far past that I think that's all over.
Hi, my name is Nana.
Why is he filing lawsuits on her behalf for $260 million?
File a lawsuit on her behalf. Even when Wendy Williams is going to file a lawsuit to outside of the guardianship proceeding to get out of the guardianship, we will file a lawsuit. I will file a lawsuit. We don't need her ex-husband's lawyer to file a lawsuit. That has no legal standing whatsoever. So, thanks but no thanks.
I am so baffled by this that he did have the assistance of a lawyer in filing this.
No, he's doing the sneaky. He's sneaky.
Would a judge entertain
he committing fraud?
Ex-husband that she doesn't even.
He was going to take all her money.
Didn't even know
because she's on her way out of
Does she still owe
the
him
situation.
Money?
So he was going to take all her money.
I don't think so, because her show is so long gone, and they had a deal. I think it was that he would get money for
fraud,
5 years, but
coercion.
the show ended after 2 years. But we're so far past that I think that's all over.
Hi, my name is Nana, and I'm from New York, and my opinion on the Wendy situation is that we all know that this is a cash grab from Kevin. If he's willing to do this, then we should let him, because beggars cannot be choosers in this situation. He's going to be the only one that's willing to do a lawsuit, and if Wendy can be released from this, then they should let him do it. Because at the end of the day, Kevin can just give her a check, and then Wendy could be
okay,
released.
y'all, I'll be back later.
Everything will be okay.
I'll be back later. I need.